We're counting down the 10 biggest idiots in entertainment history, a ranking where spectacular blunders, runaway memes, and unforgettable catchphrases collide. From clueless masterminds whose single mistake triggers chaos, to serial offenders whose every decision fuels disasters, these characters have set the comedic gold standard for idiocy. But with stakes ranging from family fiascos to global crises, who claims the number one spot? Let's begin the countdown with number 10. Alan Garner's claim to infamy starts with a single, spectacular miscalculation. Slipping roofies into his friends' drinks, convinced he's just adding a little ecstasy to the bachelor party. The result? Total blackout, one missing groom, and a citywide scramble through Las Vegas that spirals into tigers, police tasers, and a baby named Carlos. Alan's cluelessness isn't just a punchline. It's the spark that ignites the entire plot of The Hangover. Zach Galifianakis' offbeat delivery and improvised Wolfpack speech turned Alan from awkward outsider to cult comedy icon. The film's box office haul, over $467 million worldwide, proved that audiences couldn't look away from this kind of catastrophic stupidity. Alan's legacy lives on in memes, bachelor party jokes, and the phrase one-man Wolfpack. All thanks to a single, history-making blunder. Frank Drebin's approach to law enforcement is simple. Charge in with confidence, ignore the obvious, and let the chaos sort itself out. In the world of the Naked Gun, disaster follows him like a shadow. Who else could accidentally set off a fireworks factory during a press conference, then calmly announce, "Nothing to see here," as rockets explode behind him? Leslie Nielsen's stone-faced delivery turned every blunder into a masterclass in deadpan comedy, from mistaking a microphone for a urinal to earnestly admiring a mounted beaver in a police chief's office. Drebin's idiocy isn't just a one-off gag. It's the fuel for 3 films and the short-lived Police Squad series, which was canceled after just 6 episodes in 1982 because, according to the network, audiences had to pay too much attention to catch all the jokes. Yet that relentless parade of straight-faced mishaps powered the trilogy past $350 million at the box office and set the template for the lovable disaster cop. In Drebin's world, stupidity is the entire operating procedure. Derek Zoolander walks the runway with the confidence of a man who believes his own reflection is a gift to the world. In Zoolander, released in 2001, Ben Stiller builds a character whose ego is matched only by his complete lack of common sense. The moment that defines Derek's idiocy comes when he's told the evidence is in the computer. Without hesitation, he and Hansel smash the machine open, convinced the files are hiding inside the hardware. This isn't just a throwaway gag. It's the heart of Zoolander's brainless charm. The blue steel pose, once a VH1 sketch joke, became a meme staple and shorthand for clueless self-obsession. Zoolander's obliviousness lets him bumble through assassination plots and industry intrigue, lampooning the fashion world's excesses while turning stupidity into high art. Years later, really ridiculously good-looking still pops up across social feeds, a testament to the staying power of beautiful, meme-worthy idiocy. Clark Griswold's idea of the perfect family vacation is all in, no matter the cost, or the consequences. In 1983's National Lampoon's Vacation, Clark's boundless optimism transforms a cross-country road trip into a full-blown disaster. The moment that cements his legacy comes at the gates of Wally World, when a closed sign and a locked barrier don't slow him down. Instead, Clark loads his exhausted family into the car, guns the engine, and launches over the barricade, landing them squarely in felony territory. This isn't just a dad gone rogue. It's the blueprint for every doomed family trip since. The term Griswoldian now stands for any vacation destined to implode. Inspired by John Hughes' own childhood road trips, Chevy Chase's performance gave us a father who turns good intentions into comic catastrophe. The Griswold saga became a franchise, but it's that barrier jump, pure, reckless hope meeting reality, that made Clark the patron saint of family fiascos. Billy Madison's journey back through grades 1 to 12 is less about education and more about weaponized immaturity. Adam Sandler, fresh off his SNL run, leans into the man-child persona, turning classrooms into playgrounds and academic contests into circus acts. The film's defining moment comes in the academic decathlon, where Billy's nonsensical answer to a literature question leads to the immortal line, "Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it." Released in 1995, critics couldn't agree. Some called it a low point for comedy. Others hailed it as sublime stupidity. Yet Billy's meltdown and shameless pranks tapped into a 90s slacker vibe, launching Sandler's billion-dollar career and inspiring a wave of adult child comedies. The legacy? A generation still quoting Back to School and embracing the art of glorious, unapologetic idiocy. Brick Tamland isn't just the oddball in Ron Burgundy's news team. He's the patron saint of random, meme-worthy stupidity. In Anchorman from 2004, Steve Carell turned Brick's non-sequiturs into comedy gold, none more famous than the totally improvised "I love lamp." Carell later admitted he blurted it out after losing his place in the script, and it instantly became a viral catchphrase, plastered across GIFs, reaction memes, and t-shirts. But Brick's idiocy goes way beyond awkward small talk. During the film's chaotic news team brawl, he brandishes a trident and, with childlike confusion, confesses, "I killed a guy." Brick's world operates on a logic all its own, powered by Carell's ad-libs and the writer's willingness to let absurdity run wild. While Brick rarely drives the plot, his surreal outbursts transformed him into a pop culture mainstay, proving that sometimes the dumbest lines have the longest shelf life. Bill and Ted's approach to saving the world is a masterclass in optimistic incompetence. In 1989's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the duo are handed a time machine and a mission: ace their history report or risk a future without rock and roll. Their biggest blunder? Forgetting to wind Ted's watch, a mistake that nearly derails their entire plan and puts the fate of humanity on the line. Instead of panicking, they stumble through history, befriending Socrates, Napoleon, and Joan of Arc with the same clueless charm that got them into trouble. Their mantra, "Be excellent to each other," turns idiocy into accidental heroism. The film's improv roots shine through in Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter's performances, fueling a cult following that lasted through a 2020 sequel. For Bill and Ted, stupidity isn't just a punchline. It's the secret ingredient that somehow saves the day. Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dunn redefine the meaning of dumb, each bad idea bouncing off the other until disaster is the only logical outcome. The van for moped swap in the middle of a freezing winter isn't just a bad trade. It's a masterclass in shared cluelessness. Their journey from Providence to Aspen becomes a slapstick gauntlet, climaxing in the infamous, most annoying sound in the world scene, a test of endurance for anyone within earshot. The Farrelly brothers pushed every gag to the brink, with test screenings confirming that audiences craved even more idiocy. Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, decked out in orange and blue tuxedos, turned physical stupidity into an art form. Dumb and Dumber raked in $247 million worldwide, cementing Lloyd and Harry as pop culture's favorite fools. Their brand of idiocy is so relentless, it's become a cultural touchstone for what happens when two wrongs make everything even more wrong. Homer Simpson's greatest moment of idiocy isn't just a single blunder. It's a career spanning more than 3 decades of animated chaos. In The Simpsons movie, his impatience and laziness reach new heights when he dumps a silo of pig waste into Lake Springfield, ignoring every warning. The result? The entire town is sealed under a giant glass dome by the EPA, turning Homer's shortcut into a full-blown ecological disaster. This isn't just slapstick, it's idiocy on a citywide scale, driving both the plot and the family's exile. Yet Homer's legacy goes far beyond one disaster. His catchphrase, "dough," improvised by Dan Castellaneta, landed in the Oxford English Dictionary in Theatre 1 and became a global shorthand for boneheaded mistakes. The Simpsons shattered ratings records, with the movie alone grossing over $527 million. Homer's blend of lovable stupidity and cultural impact makes him the only cartoon dad whose dumbest moments changed the dictionary and the world of comedy. Michael Scott's legacy is built on a career of catastrophic social misfires, none more infamous than Scott's Tots, where he promises college tuition to a class of kids, only to show up empty-handed a decade later. Earlier, he derailed Diversity Day with a cringe-inducing Chris Rock impression, leaving HR scrambling to contain the fallout. Steve Carell, guided by Greg Daniels' adaptation, infused Michael with a mix of misplaced confidence and total oblivion, making every meeting a minefield. The phrase, "that's what she said," escaped the show to become a meme phenomenon, while episodes like Stress Relief drew record audiences after the Super Bowl. No character in TV history has weaponized idiocy with such frequency and real-world-like consequences, dividing fans and critics, but dominating GIFs, group chats, and water cooler debates. If idiocy is measured by impact, Michael Scott stands unmatched, cringe king, meme lord, and the most consequential idiot in entertainment history. From Alan Garner's one disastrous decision in The Hangover to Michael Scott's relentless parade of workplace cringe, our countdown of the 10 biggest idiots in entertainment history has traveled from accidental chaos to world-shaking obliviousness. The most shocking moments, like Homer Simpson's dome-dooming pig stunt, or Lloyd and Harry's moped trade, highlight just how far idiocy can spiral when unchecked. Across all entries, one pattern is clear. These characters aren't just foolish for laughs, but shape entire stories through their blunders, often leaving both disaster and lasting pop culture catchphrases in their wake. Frequency, scale, and meme power set them apart, proving that idiocy in entertainment is both a risk and a recipe for audience affection. In the end, these iconic idiots reveal more than just bad judgment. They show how lovable foolishness, when pushed to extremes, can fuel comedy legends and redefine what it means to make a memorable mistake. The title of Biggest Idiot may be up for debate, but their cultural impact is undeniable.